Howdy, howdy, folks. It has been too long since I've been on a campaign, and so it's time to get back out there and get on campaign. And so this is campaign 9, and we're doing a couple of things differently. This one's going to be a union campaign, which I think I've only put up one or two union campaigns. I've been playing a lot of union while I've been on kind of tutorial making sabbatical here for the last few months, but no more of that. We're going to hop into it. This is a custom campaign. It starts on April 15th. This is in case there are some weird things going on with the territory that happens when war breaks out. We start things. This is actually a summer 61 campaign that I just dragged the start date back. This is a heavily modded campaign. It's really meant to be done for balance reasons. So it wouldn't be entirely alien to anyone, but I'm not going to try to tell you everything there is to know about it. As things come up in campaign, I'll try to mention what those are. But otherwise, I'm gonna try to hop in. I'm trying to take some lessons learned from the recent economic learnings or the financial learnings that I had, and I do want to play well, but I'm not going to go industrialization. I've kind of soured on it. First of all, I really nerfed the morale cost to maybe make it not worth it. But I'm coming right now. My kind of view of industrialization is that it probably is a good policy. It's just not well represented in the game because on the quote unquote economic side, we're really dealing with fiscal problems. And one of the things industrialization does is by increasing your productive capacity, you import less, and therefore you get less tariff revenue, and you don't really make it up on the back end with goods moving through IIPs and sales taxes. And so I'm going to try a different build. I'm going to try Union Pacific. I don't think breadbasket's the right policy, but I'm going to take it anyways. And I'm probably going to have to do this again because I have to show you what the CSA has. And we're going to take support abolitionism. The reason for all of these is that I actually want to import quite a bit, not for role-playing reasons, but for tariff reasons. And what I like about Union Pacific, well, there's a lot to like. Honestly, getting the Union Pacific Railroad built, I looked at the estimated tax revenue from IAPs. It's not much. It's like, I think it said it was $1 million or $2 million. It's not that great. The +2 credit rating is going to be big because of how I've nerfed improved credit rating in this game, because it is so broken undercosted in vanilla right now. And because we're going to be importing a lot, and then I think late game probably at least role playing, if not actually exporting a lot more abroad. We want stuff to be able to move through the railroads, and so the transport capacity and construction speed buffs of 25% each are going to be real nice. I could normally get a lot more railroads with industrialization, but again, I don't want to take that. And abolitionism is going to be good for support. Support really matters, and this is, I guess I'll show you the CSA's campaign policies. These are the three I've given them. It's very support heavy. This is actually almost going to look like vanilla at the beginning because they don't have industrialization. I haven't as fully fleshed out the CSA's starting policies and kind of what makes sense over the long term, but I definitely want them to have support, and so we're going with Kansas as a slave state. That's kind of the normal one. Apostles, I think I've changed from vanilla, but the overall balance is the same. And then King Cotton also comes in with that +5. The European intervention is what it's nothing that great, but they're going to come in with that. They have their own custom personality that I've created for them. I think it pretty much chooses the optimal, I would say more optimal than any vanilla AI personality that I read. And you know, the way you do that is just by basically telling the AI not to take certain policies, acts, and really projects that are just not that good, by limiting, I think I severely curtail the AI's ability to build buildings. I don't think they're that good. One of the other features of this mod is that there is no building skew with subsidies. You can just build it with straight cash, and it costs exactly the same as it would with a subsidy. I did not like the subsidy skew. Yes, yes, yes. I did not like the subsidy skew for buildings in the past, so I've done away with them. All right, here we are, and we got to choose some policies and acts, and I think without question, I'm going to take Militia Act. So what I've done for both sides is that it's really easy to get up to 24-month enlistments, but then the 36-month enlistment takes a little bit longer. I think these are acts that you could normally take in the pre-war phase that I've gotten rid of, and so I don't really feel like sitting around waiting for those to get... whoa. What is going on here with our... Shouldn't be lagging like that, but that is what that is. Now, I kind of know how the CSA tends to start this one, so we're going to get moving on out of Dodge. We're just not going to give them any good targets at the beginning, or try not to give them any good targets at the beginning. Okay, so that's their movement. I think no matter how well I try to do this, I'm always going to forget something. That's kind of just the way that goes. All right, we're going to move him, and I think... Right, we only have 5 land armies we have to worry about. Okay. That is that. We're going to set... I don't think we can go in here yet. Yeah, I don't think we can actually go into like CSA waters until we've finished the Militia Act. So, all right. Here, let's just use this. It's much easier way to try to make sure you don't miss anything. Though it does kind of move the map at all those weird angles, and so that's a little, a little weird. Disorienting. It's not weird. It's disorienting. All right. That and the scourge. Not yet. The Scourge of New Orleans here. Put you there, and we're gonna bring this fleet up, and we're gonna sit it right on. What is this? The pass? Yeah, Sabine Pass. The reason is that it to my surprise brings in a lot of sales tax and revenue, and I've also I cannot get the fleet positioned anywhere where it blocks more than 2. So if I put this fleet, and I am going to change fleet composition because one of the challenges we run into at the very beginning, okay, that is not correct at all. But one of the challenges we're going to run into is that we're going to have very high fleet costs. And a lot of it, as I've shown in other tutorials, is not necessary. And so if we sit it right on Sabine Pass, that's 14 million. This takes in far less, even though it's a level 2 port, right? You can't just look at the port level and know what it is. I mean, that transport capacity is 19.1. Yeah. This has very much less transport capacity, but directly it's taking in more sales tax and revenue. So the reason why you sit it on the port is so that it's got to be within that small dark blue circle, and that gives you a 2.5 bonus to your blockading, and then it's still going to get Galveston with its regular blockade rate. So we'll do that. We're going to push Militia Act 2 here, and that just means that Indianola and right, and that, well, geez, I don't remember seeing that one be that big before. Because if that's, if that's the case, then forget this one. Then the better play is to try to sit right there so that we can at least block. Right, Indianola is as big as the other one. Christie is bigger than that other one over there. So we'll sit like that. And for everybody who stresses financing, and I am going to try to demonstrate what I've been getting at a little bit more recently in some of these videos. I've also changed the maximum amount of politics subsidies you're able to get. Politics subsidies matter a lot more in this mod, and I will, in the link, that there are going to be several links in the description here, but the first link will be to the Steam forum page where I've laid out how you can play this mod, how you can get it for yourself if you want to. Unfortunately, because there won't be a Steam Workshop for this game, and I'm not really knowledgeable enough to figure out how to get this into ModDB. It's pretty janky. It's through Google Drive, but I'll put that down there, the link to the mod. So if you want to install it and play it, you can go ahead and do that. And if you just want to take a look at it and borrow from it, it's all yours. It'll be there. And I'm also going to provide you the link to the AOM mod, because the AOM mod, a far more polished mod than what I have here. I borrow from their weapons mod. They did a kind of weapons rebalance, and I've kept a version of that. I made modifications that kind of better simulated. I thought buck and ball with the smoothbore muskets, and so there are some slight changes, but it's basically AOM's weapons rebalance, and I like that. And I've also taken their portraits. I mean, the work they've done on portraits in and of itself is just incredible, and that's one part of the ever more impressive. It's a work in progress mod. So I'll put a link there in the description as well, and yeah, go ahead and try that out. All right, we got that. We're doing stuff. Is this proving my point? Yeah. So we already got 102 Navy, kind of 102 million annualized in naval costs. We don't really want to pay all that because it's not all optimal. As I've shown elsewhere, once you get past a certain number of ships, certain kinds of ships, it probably doesn't pay to keep a lot of them out. What I want to do is I want to make sure we have some combination of either 2 frigates, a frigate and a steam frigate, 2 steam frigates in each fleet. That should be enough defense against early attacks, and otherwise we're going to move a lot of things to harbor here. I just remembered the other thing I forgot to do was to get started on one of the few railroads I will build, because I am going to build some railroads. And my philosophy is, since it's early in the game, go for... Oh, hope I didn't take a... Hope I didn't put that still developing one in that other fleet, but I don't know if the sailing... Actually, brigs are pretty good at blockading. I'll put that there. All right, this is the... this fleet probably shouldn't fight too much. That's our fleet. Famous last words. They'll probably be the heavy hitters. All right, so these folks are... let's see. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need that. As good as they actually are, or as efficient, I should say, as they are at blockading, we don't really need them because we just want the defenders, and then we can always move ships around later. What is extra here? I guess that's extra. Alright, they got a frigate. They need either another frigate or a steam frigate or a side wheel frigate. Alright, that steam frigate is in need of repair, so we might just have to give them kind of a far less beefy, but we'll give them the side wheel frigate, and maybe we'll come back to it later. Build them up. Alright, but we're going to get this out. When ships are in harbor, I think they don't take a provisions cost, or the cost of maintaining your navy is significantly lower depending on the type of ships and the number you have in harbor. So frigates, steam frigates, I've shown this elsewhere. There are tutorials for how you look at blockading and the effectiveness, but they're very expensive to put out at sea. And we're probably going to have all these ships eventually be at sea, but I want to do it in a way that makes sense. All right, so these guys here have more than enough. We might be able to pull that steam frigate out. We're going to. And yeah, we'll do that. And what do they got? They got only a steam frigate. So I think I pulled another steam frigate. Yeah, this one's 100%. So if we have 2 of those, that should, like I said, should be enough defense here in this early war phase. And we can always clean this up as time goes on. But that was that? All right, so we did Militia Act 2. That's fine. I want to do... We're going to do Government Funding 1. And, you're there. Okay, you're not yet scouting, but you are now. What's the next play here? So we went from 105 million on an annualized basis to 75 million on an annualized basis. So again, you know, people sweat like, oh, what policy should I have? You know, should I build this iron mine here and all this other stuff? And it's, you know, those decisions, they might have consequences. It depends, but certainly just housekeeping and you know, moving folks around is a big deal. One of the additions to this game is that they now show you the local supply capacity, and provisions are really important. They're really costly and needed, but 88% means that, all right, so we click on the army. I actually don't know where he's getting his supplies from. It has showed it before. See, now it does show it. If you just look, I can't move the mouse, but if you just look at the kind of second clump that says provisions, local price 267, availability 53%. Basically, the higher the availability, the lower the price. And when the availability gets down to the single digits, the price skyrockets. So I know from previous campaigns, a lot of times availability will, at least in the East, kind of bottoms out around 3%. And in those cases, my provisions will cost $550 per unit. So it's a really significant drop-off. And one of the things is that up here in Connecticut, again, I can't move the mouse, but if you look at the beginning of the third line from the bottom, you can see up here provisions cost $5.60 per unit. And it kind of drives me a little, that I think only the military can consume provisions. I don't think it has a civilian purchase. And there is a railroad line that's already built that would bring those supplies right to Baltimore. And the level 2 supply depot, I swear, was here a minute ago, and maybe he's... Okay, here it is. And so it kind of always... Well, not always, I just realized this like a week ago. But anyways, it baffles me a bit. Also, to the starting stuff, so you can see that my national support is lower. Why? Let me think about this here. What policies did I actually take? I took abolitionism, breadbasket, and Union Pacific. I think I know why they're low. It's because, yeah, I have Kentucky and I have Missouri. So in other playthroughs in this game, the CSA has started with... I've also changed the national support in a lot of states. CSA has started either with Kentucky, Missouri, or both. And in one playthrough, they actually started with Maryland. And it sounds like, oh, you know, really good for them. Yeah, try it. It's like when they hold West Virginia. It's so easy to scoot in and out, as I'm about to do, just to once those armies get their movement up a little bit. It's so easy for those armies to kind of just shoot around and take their stuff. I mean, Missouri is, if you're the CSA, you have to defend basically up to Quincy. You have to also worry about me coming through from the north. I'm pretty sure they also had Kansas in that playthrough, and it looks like they have Kansas in this playthrough. Okay, it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it because the manpower doesn't matter that much. But this is a lot you got to defend, and there are lots of ways in. You can come in via Cairo, you can come in over St. Louis, you can come over Quincy. And so if you're the CSA, you got to defend all that. And then when you have Kentucky, you know, it seems cool because it's like, oh, good, you know, we can pincer Indiana and Illinois. Well, you know, maybe you can, maybe you can't, but you got to defend the crossing here, here, here. I also, when I played this last time, not on upload or anything like that, but I had the entire state of Kentucky. I had like 80%. I lost Louisville and it seceded. So that's a problem for me. And also starting with those, I don't know if the AI gets the bonus, but I've nerfed a lot of the chapter bonuses, so they still exist, but they don't matter very much. Basically, the gist of this campaign is the Union should have to push into the south. They should have to be able to beat their armies, occupy the territory, and retake it. And the job in the south is just to eventually repel all the invasions, inflict enough casualties, and maintain the status quo. And actually, this, as it is right now, not paying too much attention to Kansas, this is a fairly easy line to defend. Arkansas is just an absolute terror to attack. If you've tried, if you haven't tried, try it. There are huge supply problems. Like this Army of the West, when it pushes up, I don't even think it's going to have supply in Springfield. It might have enough. I'm going to build all these armies up, but we're waiting for some manpower to come online. You got to have a supply depot there. Then you got to try to leapfrog to Carrollton and hold it and stay in supply. And if you can do that, frequently the CSA will build a supply depot around Carrollton and use it as a launching pad to attack. And then if you can do that, then you got to try to take Fort Smith and capture the supply depot. I've modded it so that the CSA, the AI, should almost always burn their supply depots. It doesn't always happen that way, but it now almost always happens, which is a very good move, I think, for them. It just makes it that much harder for you as an attacker. And you're the CSA, like you'll come back, but your job is to just slow down the attack. And then coming this way, this is just like a supply desert out here in southeastern Missouri. You'd probably have to get a depot here, probably one here, and then you're just hoping to make it to Little Rock before something else happens. So it's a pain. I mean, even if you capture Fort Smith, the CSA can come up and around behind you into Missouri. They can push you from the south, right? There are several routes in. If you take Little Rock, they can come in from behind you from a number of different directions. It is just a terror to take. Tennessee is easy to get. It's easy to get to Nashville. And then you get counterattacked from everywhere. The CSA love pushing into the bluegrass of Kentucky. And again, that's how they got it to secede last time. But there's so many avenues they can come out, east, west, south, and occasionally they'll come in from the north as well, that you can get into Tennessee, but staying there is, I found, much, much harder to do. West Virginia is hard to hold, and I'm going to move to take it pretty much as soon as I can and detach it. From there, it's a matter of building supply depots, which I've come around on. I hated it when I was losing them, but if you hold supply depots, they're absolutely necessary. Again, one of the mods for this game is that bigger armies have more difficult time maintaining readiness and so forth. And supply does affect readiness, and I believe it does, and a number of other factors. So holding West Virginia is hard for the CSA, but when they lose it, then it's largely a matter of, the old thing, Winchester and Alexandria. They love attacking these forts, and shenanigans on the peninsula and all that other stuff. But it seems like it's a much more defensible line when they're up in Maryland. It's so easy. And think about what Maryland has, right? It's Cumberland. It's four things: Frederick, Baltimore, and I always forget about Annapolis down here. And there's just so many ways as the Union to come in and take these CSA, their town, usually large towns, except for Baltimore, which might be a city. And then the CSA has to retake them, and they lose support and so forth, or national morale while all that's happening. And it was very easy to drain the CSA's morale and support. So one of the things you'll notice in this game over the long term, I'm playing very slowly at the beginning, is that generally national morale and support are going to correlate to one another very quickly, more quickly than they do in vanilla. Where there's a big gap at the beginning, it might take 3 months to get these two. They're going to settle at whatever the difference is there, so about 85, and the CSA is going to be about 97. And yeah, we'll see how things go. All right, I want to get building that railroad. I have a whole campaign to talk about these the mods and maybe why this is a little bit different. So my philosophy is take the one that's going to give you the big benefit. It's 11 million sounds like a lot. 17 also sounds like a lot, but I think there's one that does more. I thought I saw there was one on here that was 25 in a previous. Okay, 27 million. So, whoa, what? Hold on. It's 27 million. Yeah. 139 days. That's not. That's 27 million. 134 days. That's Ohio and Missouri, and that's Davenport. I did not know I had. What I noticed when I played this last time. Oh, I like this one too, though, for moving the troops, but it's less revenue. Is that over time, the estimated IIP tax revenue? So if you look down, it's the second to last line from the bottom. The IIP tax revenue. I assume that's annually, but I've noticed that those values decline over time. So 134 days, that's quick. I think it's about a month quicker than the other one. We'll go ahead and do that one. And I will build a few of these, particularly early on, but there reaches a point where there's probably not too much of the campaign left. Is it really worth the money? Because one of the things I want to try to get a handle on are the most prudent fiscal ways forward. I think there might be a way with imports and trade to do that, but also just good housekeeping on the back end. And as I say that, I'm about to go on a spending spree. We got to get our numbers up on land. We got to get good weapons rolling and all that other good stuff. So let's actually do that. All right. One of the problems that we're gonna. I don't know. That's about. Department of Pennsylvania. No, they have a different problem. All right. Army of the West. Yeah, they could probably use this too. All right, but I know it's the West Virginia militia. Usually needs men the most. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna get them, I should say, and them out. I'm gonna transfer them out as well. How much does that give Kelly right now? So Baker, all right, those are pretty full brigades. I actually don't want McDowell to have too many men. It then becomes a bit much. Tyler, you got 9,000 in your Hunter's division. Isn't really much of a division. Let's see if we do this. What do we look like? All right, we look like that. Pretty much, because I am treating these as independent armies. Oh, that's the other thing I should do. And you'll see yet more of the mods. I've pretty much eliminated the cost of most of these projects. When it comes to weapons, I don't like it because it feels like it's a double cost. It feels like you have to pay for the privilege of doing it, and then you have to pay to do it. The cavalry reform stuff, all of that felt like it was an artificial roadblock. So I've basically made these nominal fees, right, $5,000, and it's symmetrical. There are some things in here that still cost about what they should. Like even with military education, all it does is unlock the privilege of then paying to build institutes, which never seem like they're going to be worth it. But I haven't looked probably enough into that. Organization reform is the big one that will give us, and again, both sides have it, but that will reduce the cost of provisions. Yeah, we might want parrots. I don't know if I want rebores, but why not take it? Rifled artillery, sure. Sharps artillery, sure. Springfields, definitely. That's going to be the name of it. Supply reform, again, the actual cost is in the paying for the trade depot, so I don't like paying for it twice, so I don't make either side really pay for it the first time. But trade warfare, training manuals, I believe. Re-enlistment offices, I've actually raised the price of. I think this is $3.5 million. Yeah, $3.5 million, because it's really undercosted for 5% of your troops. So we don't have that, and I've really, if I could find, oh yeah, logistics reform. I've really raised the cost of that. $20 million for the first take. I think it's $5 or $10 million in vanilla, but that's something that's too easy to abuse. And I think improved credit rating, it's $30 million for the first take, and you only get one notch rather than two notches. So basically, both sides could do a little bit of improved credit rating, and the AI is programmed to do it when it can, and that's what it's going to focus those subsidies on. That's part of the reason why we're going government funding first. But I don't want both sides to be able to float infinite debt, because then it kind of removes the reality that one side has a kind of significant resource advantage over the other. All right, so we're going to move them over there. I think we're going to move them over there and them. And I'm going to get, can I recruit right from here? I can. All right, so we're going to get, you know what? I actually don't really care where we get them from. I just want to try to get some of these oversized armies down a bit. All right, so that's a much better size. I find that even McDowell, when he has a comparably sized army, he's just slow. It's hard to get him to move. Patterson's okay, but I got to get Patterson cavalry. So let's see. Army of the West, I think, is still pretty small. West Virginia militia, I know, is small. So in the end, I don't want these armies to go much larger than 25,000 each. And I don't know if that did it or not, but Army of the West, that's 13. All right, McClellan needs McClellan needs more men. Yeah, you know what? Let's just give him some more right now. And this will make sure that McDowell moves with some celerity here. All right, I'm happy with enough with that, and now we're just gonna make good on that commitment that he needs cavalry, because we've set him to scout, but he actually needs cavalry to be able to do it. And you know what? No, you know what? I'm playing this campaign. We're gonna choose our cav here if we can. Yeah, if we can, being I guess the key phrase there. All right, what uniform? I remember seeing that one before. Sure, we'll do you like that. And Maryland, sure. No. We need more cav. Maryland, we know how you're coming. There you go. Wait, Maryland, Massachusetts, yeah. I saw that guy and I thought Maryland. What does this give McDowell? Yeah, I think that's good for now. We can add more on later. He's going to probably get reinforcements from depleted units, or under powered units here at the beginning. Patterson needs some cav. Iowa starts out with a surprising large number of volunteers. Yeah, I'm just surprised. That's all. I don't know. What does this look like? Wrong side, maybe? Eh. Good enough. All right, we'll do that. Kentucky. No, we need more cav. It's always the challenge here. We'll do that and that. Sure. Okay, that gets them up and running. Lion. Oh, boy. They're just going to take a while, but they are just going to take a while, so I'm good with waiting. What does it look like he's going to end up with? We'll do that. We'll do that. Do that. I think I forgot to add artillery to the other unit there. Indiana, sure. I don't know what Indian artillery looks like. I don't think it looks like that, but no, that could be bad. All ready for the holidays. Yeah, they will be easy to find on the battlefield, I guess. And out west, we'll do some. Yeah, I mean, you're in Missouri. You should definitely have some cav. One of the things I've been toying with in campaign is how the perks are given, how I give perks to different groups, and I'm kind of moving in the direction of more speed and attention to resources out west, and I think that's just good enough. I mean, these are 24-month contracts, so I don't want to fill everyone up with the. But 24 months is actually going to get us fairly far into things, I believe. All right, so we're going to put you there, you there. See you there, you there. Okay. Throw you right there. No, I don't want to do that. I lied. Go back. There you go. All right. We still need some cav over here. Sure. And a little bit of artillery. Yeah, we'll go there. Why not? And what does that give McClellan? 16,000 for now. Oh, that wasn't everyone. We missed. Yes, the most bombed out and depleted of them all, the West Virginia militia. A little bit of Dave Chappelle there for those of you who are following along at home. Alright, so we'll do that. We'll do that. And what else? Ohio. Ohio. Thank you. Alright. That. New York. About time y'all make a contribution. There you go. Alright, you're in there. And, wow, we can recruit from Tennessee? Oh. I don't know how worthy you all are, but alright, you're in. What does that give? I think it's good enough for a little while. Because as that support goes up, we should get more recruits available, and then after we do government funding 1, maybe the Tariff Act, then we'll go ahead and we'll do our 36-month enlistments. We'll get more recruits rolling, and we'll go from there. Should do weapons purchases because they take a while. And as much as I don't love taking on debt at the beginning of a game, it's got to happen. Either pay now or pay later. And I feel like 25,000 Jocelyn's, that's fine. Again, it's going to look horrendous at the beginning of this game, but we're going to use them. Honestly, 256 parrots for 14 million seems really cheap. But we'll do them in orders of 128. I don't know if that's roleplay appropriate, but I'm doing it anyways. 3-inch. I don't take the larger parrots since I think I learned correctly that they weren't very good field guns. That's because they were heavy. I have changed how much they weigh, so there should be a greater movement penalty for the 20 and 30 pounders, but no guarantees. And with the new weapon system, where these things are kind of continuously parsed out to you, and you just get the kind of end date when they're done, I feel like the long time period to finish production isn't as big of a problem. But you know, we're also playing as the Union. All right, on the fleet front, we are gonna do 9 monitors to start. Now they take longer than the ironclad frigates. Is that? No. Ironclad gunboats, which are the other things we're going to build. I also want to get some fleets started. I tend to just build them in New Jersey. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. And, well, maybe you can. Actually, we probably should give them more than that so that they can defend themselves should they be attacked. I don't know if giving them a bark really counts. It probably doesn't, but it feels like it's all right. And yeah, we'll do one in Cape May. And just the whole idea here is that these are fleets that are probably going to become blockading fleets, but I want to get them going now. They got to build up their readiness. We got to get a ship in them, and we got to move them out and start blockading stuff. And then once they leave, I'll build new ones. And throughout 61 and into 62, we'll gradually build up the blockading fleet and also the attacking fleets. Those are actually, they might become attacking fleets later on. We'll see how things roll. Like I said, I've played this, but I'm not 100% sure on necessarily the right way to go with all this. So we'll do some experimenting here. But yeah, the CSA really cares a lot about these forts. So. All right, so McDowell is up. In the East, I mentioned in the West, I really like speed and supply. I mean, in the East, a lot of those things matter too, but I'm kind of getting away from flying column a little bit, only because I don't know, it feels like a lot of times here, maximum supply just isn't that important. I know one of McDowell's weaknesses is that he tends to be slow. And so if I give him expert scouts, his intelligence will be high. And sorry, that's what I mean. His readiness tends to be low. It takes him a long time. And intelligence gathering plays a significant role in determining readiness. And so that seems like the biggest boost to readiness. And so that kind of shores him up on one of his deficiencies. I don't really get too into the order of battle stuff. As long as we're doing okay, you know, I try to let those things roll. All right, that fleet was luckily large enough to take that. Union Navy unstoppable. That seems a bit premature, but all right, we'll take all the praise we can get. All right, 1 time speed is a little slow. 20 times speed means we might miss something, but I'm kind of okay with that. All right, they're still scouting. You are blockading. All right, we got funding 1. That's good. Now the question is, do I want to go Terrifact? Oh my goodness. I would love to start getting the money now. But the difference is, or the issue is that I need support to get up. And when it does, that will be a shorter research time. How the finances? You know, I may just go Terrifact now. And then we should get a bunch of these. And I think Supply Colliers, which is like the one naval perk I really hated the most at the beginning. But now I'm kind of seeing that it has lots of applications with ironclad fort attacking fleets and also blockading fleets. Blockading near port and also the Sea Raiders. So I've definitely come around on it. I mean, that should be, I think, what happens when you learn stuff. Change what you knew. All right, we're going to move them down. We're moving them down, right? I think we moved you too. Yes. All right. So they're moving. All right, the Army of the Shenandoah is coming for it. So we're going to get out of scout stance. Same with you guys. We don't really need to move that quickly, but why not? I don't know why they're doing this. You know, I noticed something else, and I don't know how it's going to play in this campaign. So the CSA is set up to, in the long run, recruit about 3/4 the number of men I have. But I've also modded the game so that the AI generally will shift a lot more troops between theaters. And the reason, everything I did was not to make it easier for me, but it was to keep the CSA in particular, when it's the AI, but you know, also when it's the Union, it was to keep them from going bankrupt. That's pretty much the end of that story. And but particularly as the CSA, they could do okay until I really ramped up the numbers, and then they were trying to match or just stay slightly ahead of me. And when their support was really high in Maryland and elsewhere, it seemed like they thought they had to come to those areas and do something. I'm not sure what that was about. And since I've turned that off, that problem at least seems to have... it went away in the last playthrough. You know, since I had the problem for so many, and it only went away in one, I should be much more careful than I am about saying, you know, I fixed the problem. But the fact that they weren't going with their target recruitment ratio, it was frustrating. Because the idea is that in the end, I'm here to fight battles. I am here to fight battles. We are even on artillery. I've also modded the AI's army composition, so basically it looks a lot more like mine. In vanilla, they were recruiting too few artillery, too few cavalry, and I would have those. The artillery hurt them in standoffs, and the AI is wild with its cavalry. It's like they appointed their own general kill cavalry or Custer, whoever it was. But sometimes the craziness works. Right? It's not the kind of sophisticated aggressive. It's kind of the throw caution to the wind aggressive. When you throw caution to the wind, that cuts both ways. All right. Oh, we're on Antietam. Cool. Oh, I wonder if... Oh, it's meeting engagement. All right. And, all right, we did not start in the pits. I was a little concerned we might. Okay, that was the wrong dude to click. Who's in charge here? McDowell. Right. Okay. Can we all fit? Yeah, we can. All right. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. I want Fog of War on. I don't think I want to know that. I think I kind of want this to look as pretty as we can. Hopefully we can still zoom in. Yes, I have modded the camera too, so we can... There's a certain point at which it becomes creepy. We gotta slow this down here. Battlefield map scroll speed. Yeah. Let's do that. Zoom speed I don't think is an issue. Right? When you realize they don't... Oh, they do have faces now. I did not see that they had eyes in the past. That used to freak me out. All right, but anyways, we can get down a little bit low. I understand that lag is a thing. Uh-oh. I slowed the zoom speed down a little too much. All right, so we're here. I really don't want to put too much over here. I kind of want to push up here and then up here, because otherwise we're down in that little gully. I'd rather be overlooking it. And if we can take it, we'll take it, and we'll push through from there. Let's see, do we have... Do we really not... None of our cavalry came through? None of them were recruited in time? All right, well then we don't really have to worry about that, do we? We'll just push up. We will kick out skirms for... Oh, we should probably actually start the battle. Yeah, I had some engineering points, but I don't feel like using them. We'll kick them out. Kick out skirmishers and just... I should probably push up like that. For those who have them, they can kick theirs out as well. We'll stop on the back side there. Heinzelman can... We are already a little clogged up here. I see it. I see it. All right. And we'll play through like that. Yeah, so it's not really lag that's keeping me from zooming in. It's that I turned the scroll speed down, but it's fine. Man, Sharpsburg is a prize. In terms of victory points, of course. All right, Kime. I always want to call him Klein. We're gonna move him over here. I mean, all we know from this is that they're somewhere up here. If they also started kind of about where we were, they might be at Nicodemus. This actually, too soon to call it, historical, but let's just try to go through with whatever advantage we have. Have Heinzelman push up to the Boonesboro, and Hunter kind of be in reserve. All right. Fast forward. What time of day? That's right. It's not up there. Okay, so it's the evening. Hmm. Okay. Deployment. Yeah, I want to. I want to do it. I want to do it. I also have a feeling that they're going to kind of start on top of me as a result of this, but I'm all right with that. All right, Heinzelman. It's kind of going to be Antietam in reverse. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean we got the point. They got to come to us. All right. Let's see what McDowell looks like this. No, let's move him up a bit. Yeah. I think I'm okay with that. Now, since I've kind of gotten away from having artillery division, or, yeah, artillery divisions. And even though I can create corps with divisions, I haven't. Corps with armies, or whatever it is. My mind's not quite there. I don't know that we have to really power play this too hard. Just want to be close enough to support each other. All right, we'll go ahead and play. All right, and there they are. All right, the artillery is doing that. I'm not sure why they're set up. Okay, they're moving. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to detach the artillery. Kime is going to move up here. We're going to detach, when we figure out how, detach them. We're going to move these folks, well, we should have moved them up already to the sunken road and tried to get in there. We're going to move up here. Keys is going there. Burnside's going there. Porter's going to go there. All right. Williams is going to go there. We're going to cross streams here. Watch out. Move there. All right. That's the plan. I think we should detach them as well. This artillery should get up here. All right, we're moving. Okay, we're not moving. We're going to move up there. Try to box them in. All right. Dunker Church. And I'm pretty sure all the newer batteries ought to actually be battalions rather than batteries. But, all right, we're just going to try to bombard. I need a little bit of speed here. A little bit of speed here. Let's see if that helps. I guess. All right. So we got our skirms moving up to do skirmy things. We're now hanging out near our Dunker Church. Alright. This battery is not at all, not at all where it should be. I guess we're just gonna, well, you know, I guess we roleplay explain this to ourselves by the armies went through and trampled the crops, and so they have perfect sightlines. It's the nice thing about roleplay explanations. You can pretty much justify anything you want. Here, we're gonna set them to bombard. Yeah, right on top of them, sure. These skirms are just here to hold the advance. I think I actually want Shank, though, up on that fence. I want them in the sunken road. Yeah. Alright. That's good. Where's that artillery going? Let's get it right on the crest there. That is a nice position. You know what? Maybe I'll just live with the slower scroll speed. Okay, they're gonna do what they can do. The trick later on, of course, will be... Yeah, go ahead, shell in the woods, right? Alright. So, that brigade coming down on William's flank is something he might care about. Probably should. Alright, but we have Thomas coming up to support. I think we now need to start cutting in. Yeah, we'll cut in like that. Oh, wow, we really swung wide. Yeah, that actually might be a little too wide. That might be a little too wide. Movement. I would move much faster. How do I get those circles going? I don't want to see those anymore. I think sometimes you just gotta click things and then unclick them. Maybe. Or maybe those just always show up. I can't remember. Uh-oh. We're supposed to both be in that spot? No, no, no. We're not. Okay. Alright, I see some reinforcements there. Ooh, that's bright. Alright, we have gotten ourselves out of sorts here. Move over to there. You guys actually firing Wilcox? Alright, you are. Alright, it looks like we've pushed them back from the Dunker Church. I'm pretty sure everybody is green here, so I'll play the first engagement. Well, I say I'll play it conservatively, but I certainly won't. Alright, and we're about to get hard pushed over here. You know, we're gonna pull back here. And the reason is, we have troops already in the sunken lane. If we're standing here getting shot, and I think I'm just gonna recall, whoever their skirmishers are. Alright, so it's those guys. So then we'll send those guys over to there. But yeah, this, not quite, but this is just a bit south of where the actual, and in reverse, south and in reverse of the actual Battle of Antietam here, but still pretty cool, I think. All right, we're gonna get these fine fellows. Oh, okay. I guess they got to complete their movement. See, I don't really want them to do that. I didn't really want them to do that either, but I digress. Fog of war, I guess. Or inept commander. That's my preferred explanation. All right, yeah, you are in a bad spot. You need to move up. All right, we got a lot of skirming here. So these guys are going to move back to here. I'm kind of okay with that. I think I'm going to keep pulling them back. Sure, we'll say it's in advance. And I think I'm also going to pull these guys back for now. I do see the artillery up there. I think that's just... it's going to be something I can't hit. And if we can drag them out here, we'll do that. If we can't, we can't. Alright. So you guys now need to push up to that fence. Alright, you skirms I think might not be doing us that much good anymore. I don't want us to be taking flanking fire. Okay, we weren't. It was just casualties and routed units nearby. Just. Alright. We're going to try to have these guys... so there is a stone wall here. That's interesting. And then we're going to push these guys up here. And I believe, yes, there is one more unit. I think the time for skirmishers has passed us. We're going to keep them in reserve. And we'll see what happens over here. It might be time if this brigade gets into position and isn't... I don't know what routed units they think are nearby, but... so if everybody here is about to rout, it's probably just better to withdraw them. I'm going to try to withdraw them so that they don't rout. I'm not sure at all what those guys are doing. But we are going to draw them back. And so we'll see what the AI comes up with here. Alright. I guess they got routed off. That's one way to do it. Man, it got hazy. I hope that... no, that's not me. Oh, and now it's raining. As if the first battle wasn't exciting enough. Alright, I think my scrims over there are going to get routed off. It is kind of what it is. Alright, these guys, if there's no one on their flank, they might as well turn and face the threat. Got quiet. Alright, I do not love the chances of green troops going into melee. Yeah, especially since they came up as charged by a determined foe. It seems like there's a good chance we'll lose that. Plus, it always kind of seems like the side that charges lose. Alright, so we're going to get Negley's skirmishers back so that... they don't rout later. Oh! They held on! Alright, Abercrombie. Here, why don't we get Sherman's skirmishers back, just so they're not blocking a line of fire to anybody else. Porter, where are you? You're over here? All right, we'll get your skirmishers back too. Again, no reason to lose them. But we're not going to give these guys a free pass either. So what we're going to do is we're going to move them up and over. I'm going to move Sherman to a flex spot. They're not ready to move yet. Alright, these guys we're just going to lay down. If they're not going to come to us, we don't, you know, we'll take artillery fire. That's fine. Okay. Alright, we're going to put them there. We're going to put them there. These guys we're going to get down in here. These guys I want down in here. And we might just push these woods. They seem to have a lot over here that's in the open field. And now they did not seem like they like that, so we will return. No, we don't want that. We'll just do that. These guys, all right, we're just gonna switch to fire at will. It's not the best way to level up XP, but you know that's one concern among others, right? So we'll get them over to there. Did they run? Is that what this is? Oh, they might be running. Famous last words, I know, but all right then. You're not in position. How are we doing? Condition-wise, we're okay. They think they're engaged. They're not. They're double-quicking. All right. You know what? Rather than eating arty pot shots all game, as fun as that could be, here we're gonna move you all around here. We're gonna move you up here. We're gonna keep you in reserve, and we're gonna keep you in reserve. Oh no! Oh no! Oh wait, yeah. We're gonna bring you back. Can we get it? Trying to steal our flank here. Oh, they didn't take the bait. We couldn't draw them up and get them to overextend. That's unfortunate. So something else I see is the possibility of pushing up with these in case they move to try to reinforce what's going on, reinforce against what's going on over here. And then killing them while they move. They're well rested, so I think we can come out now. Sherman, I have bad news. I know you just moved, but we're going to move you again. The downside is that there are only 2 brigades right here, but there are 2 more here. There's artillery nearby, and we have pretty good ground. So if they try to break the sunken road position and sprint to Sharpsburg, I don't think they're going to get there. All right, we're up. Let's. So for those of you who know and love your War of Rights, there it is. There it is. Try to think, where the heck do we spawn? Is it like right here at CSA? It seems like a much longer run, but then again, it's a different scale. I know. All right, can you shoot? Is that something your unit does? You too. You too. I don't know why they all think it's assault range. Or like assault distance. Maybe it's because of the woods, but I've never noticed that before. That's actually right where CSA Arty is on the Dunker Church map on War of Rights, but again, they're kind of worried about an attack that comes out here. But yeah, the scale is different because that building is not on that map. I think it's just the scale is different. Alright, so they didn't do anything about this brigade. So we're just going to push up with that. And now Sherman will be in a good spot. We can always kick out skirmishers should we need to. And I would suspect they're gonna break soon. And they're gonna pull out. Yeah, this happens. Big old cluster, because I planned like one step ahead, but not further than that. So this will be our carnage here behind Dunkirk. I know I play on like a not too starchy potato, but I still think the game looks pretty good. Probably any defects has far more to do with my setup than actually any deficiency of the game. Here, let's turn that away. Push up. I would say they're in trouble. Oh no, Sherman! Why? What? Why? Wait, what? What are you doing, man? This is a terrible idea. It's got to be some sort of weird movement pathfinding thing. Well, now, well, no, we still got 4 brigades defending, so I'm not too worried about that. Sounds like somebody caught up with somebody. Alright, these guys are going to come through the back, get over there. They're going to come up and shoot that. They already are shooting that. I guess they're just going to step up and do it at close range. I'm not sure what weapons they have. I thought they would have yeah, okay, so they're Springfield muskets. And they look like they're running. Yep. Alright. And because it's pretty hard to catch anybody in this game, I don't think I'm going to try to. I would lend support against that cavalry. Though, by the looks of it, I'm not sure that Erasmus Keys needs it. Alright, what's going on over here? I don't think I'm going to really counter-press that too hard. Wilcox looks okay, and Sherman, still have no idea what happened to you, but we'll talk about it in the after-action report. Alright. Yeah, I mean, we did okay, right, for Green Army, and we haven't gotten any of our better weapons out there, and the numbers were fairly close. I don't know what we had. We had like 30,000. They had 20-something thousand. And then they had to attack, so I guess that'll make sense. But I have taken out a lot of the default vanilla advantages the AI gets. And there's stuff there where there's, I think, a default like 30% modifier on the casualties that they deal. And that's why it's sometimes like, I can't believe they did that well. It didn't seem like it. Well, they didn't. they just had a huge buff in the background. So, no, it wasn't you. It was them. But, all right, so that's our victory at Frederick. 2,200 there. I guess the number of killed will tell us a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, even there, it's about 2 to 1. One of the other things I forgot is that I think I am gonna kind of preemptively build up some prison camps. It doesn't matter too much. I mean, my interest costs aren't obscenely high at the moment, so building them out now, building them out later. And if you don't build them, if I read the game correctly, the other side would get support, basically more support in the overcrowded prison camps. So I don't want to give them that. So wow, that prison camp was a little bit cheaper. So I will build up a couple of these. Winters are going to be cold there. And then its own special form of punishment, prison camp in New Jersey. All right. So, we'll be back there. We're going to go back into scouting. Yeah. All right. So that's good. That also deprives them of one of the tools. Army of the Northwest, if I remember, it very small at the beginning. So, we're not up to green yet. So we want to get up to green readiness. Maybe a perk to go along with it. Yeah, Patterson definitely should perk up now with the combat experience. Not quite in the perk range for some of these others. All right, we're going to get our smaller fleets here, right? Because even though a fleet starts small, it, just add ships to it over time. It doesn't matter too much. We're also going to get a bunch more fleets cooking back in New Jersey. All right, Tom's River, sure. Cape May, I guess. Steam Sloop, sure. And I believe Newark is a river port. Yeah, it's a port for river ships or something. So that's not what we're looking to build. Now the Army of the Potomac is coming to follow that up. All right, so we're going to take these off of Scout. No. Let me click on it. There we go. All right. So now if the Army of the Potomac wants this fight, and they look like they want this fight, it will be their first fight, but not mine. They're bringing more guns, more cavalry, but less infantry. Man, I did not expect this, but you know what? This is the fight they want. Let's do it. I did not plan on... I wasn't even sure I was going to fight any battles, but the AI absolutely wants Maryland. They tell me it's their Maryland, so all right. We'll do that, and then this inaugural episode will have to... for this campaign, will have to come to an end. Oh. If I don't crash. Okay, I haven't crashed yet. Sorry, if the sound of drinking water is disgusting, then just go relieve yourself, and the battle will probably start when you come back. But the high pressure job, just gotta drink that water. All right. What is the holdup here, man? Oh, so I guess I don't know why I thought they would have more men. All right, we're back on Sharpsburg. Another meeting. Wait a minute. Yes, now this is even better. I say that, but I don't think we're all here. Okay, so where are they go? Oh, so we're gonna do the Battle of Shepherdstown. We're not. But this is terrible. McDowell is not here, which means we cannot use this big old deployment zone to move McDowell up, which means we got to wait for him. We do have engineering points. We are sitting on the North Woods. And we kind of know where they're coming from. You know. I'm thinking that since I don't know exactly where McDowell's coming from, maybe we set up here. Yeah, I think that might be. I mean, there's the road that cuts in behind it, and then there are layers of fences. And so as a defensive position, but then we can't cap the point. We can. We know what to do. I think. I hope. All right. I want my artillery near roads, so let's put this here. Okay, we're gonna have to make ourselves look kind of big here. All right, Abercrombie, you're gonna do that. You guys are gonna be the since we don't have cavalry, apparently, hasn't mustered. All right, we're gonna do that over there, and we're gonna stick. I really did want this artillery near a road here. We're just gonna stick. Trying to move artillery back over a fence is terrible, and so just having access to the road is more important, I think. Or, you know, we could just drag it to the road here, I guess. Yeah, I guess that, yeah, just drag it to the sunken road and bring it back that way. It's a bit circuitous, but let's do it. We're not going to build any entrenchments here. All right, get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Zoom out at glacial speed. Dowel. We'll wait for that notification to come through. We got skirmishers, and then we'll move Abercrombie up. It's not lost on me that I know that there are stone walls here. It's great position. All right, so now that we are defending, but I don't want to move up too far without McDowell here. With him, we almost certainly should win defending and all that other stuff, unless the AI just gets really interesting and goes for the crossing up here. No, that was not for you, friend. Yes, that's what you're doing. McDowell arrives. All right, now we know more. Well, good thing we didn't sit all the way. Oh, no. No, it's not a good thing. We should have sat back on Nicodemus Hill. I think we need to withdraw. Yeah. I think that's the call. I think we'll try to get... I mean, those are some terrible artillery positions, but still, we'll try to get McDowell up there. All right, get rid of this. All right. This will be the call. Send skirmishers out to delay. Get the artillery back. No. Go this way. Go that way. Yeah, that way. Okay. Okay, kick out skirmishers. And then withdraw behind them. Move Cadwallader there. Patterson there. You there. Abercrombie, actually just stay where you are. Yep. Alright, we're going to have them try to get on a fence. We're going to have them go over there. We're going to have them hang out as a reserve. Oh no! I have no idea how that happened. This is not a promising start at all. All right, Thomas. Now the actual. I was gonna say the actual Thomas. I mean, all right, you're gonna withdraw. Long Necker. I won't even ask. You're gonna withdraw as well. Negley. You should withdraw. And then Wingcoop. I'm not sure where I'm going to want you. Yeah, sure, go that way. All right. Yeah. Honestly, I don't need you guys getting roasted. Just get back. Your job is to delay. I'm concerned about that artillery. that is not clear. I mean, Nicodemus Hill is it's okay, but well, it's pretty easy to attack from here. So if I have artillery, I don't know. I guess this is a hill, and I just hope they find the right path back. That does not look like the fastest path back. What do I know? But that's what I think I know. All right, send them at 5 times speed. It is only noon, so we can't rely on an evening redeployment to solve our problems. Oh, also, Longnecker, you're supposed to be up here. You can work in tandem with Thomas's skirmishers to cover that retreat. I guess they're waiting to get in a line. I don't know if the AI still cannot differentiate skirmishers from regular infantry. I remember that was said by the developers early on in the game. I guess maybe it still can't. All right. Abercrombie, what is defensible here? I mean, as we saw, those woods when they have the fence line is not great. I don't know if I like having that lane if they can come through the woods and then hit you on the side. I don't know if I want that either. All right, Kime, get back. All right, we need Longneckers, skirmishers to get over here. We need Thomas's to get here. Cadwallader, you need to get over here. And why don't we look to get you there? Yeah, Thomas, that's okay. I forget who these guys are. Patterson. Well, obviously they're under Patterson. It's not. It's Abercrombie who I can pull over here. All right, Negley, you can get your skirmishers back. Who else? Williams, you can get your skirmishers back. Wingcoop, you can get your skirmishers back. Okay, these skirmishers need to come in here. Well, they're making some time. I don't know. I don't like. This doesn't seem like a great defensive position. Only because they can kind of leapfrog through the woods. We'll make something work. Oh, nope. Wingcoop is no, he isn't. Oh, but it's Cadwallader we're moving. All right, so yeah, don't do that. Oh, I think I got my. All right, so yeah, it's not Abercrombie we want to move. It's Cadwallader we want to move. All right. All right, you're there. Move you at the double. Move you at the double. Oh. I am really confusing my brigades. I do not know who is in command of what. This is well, this is what happens when you don't play tactical battles for like 3 months. You kind of forget about all this stuff. Alright, so Cadwallader. No. We're not doing that. Is Thomas, Williams, Longnecker, And then Wingcoop, Negley, and Abercrombie are on the left. Alright, so that's... Okay, that's actually generally true. Who knows about the other issues, but that is generally true. We're going to try to pick off Cooper's group here. I don't think it's... Who are those skirmishers? It's Thomas on one and Longnecker's on the other. Try to get our skirmishers back. They're probably just going to rout when they turn around to rejoin. But we just got to live with that. Perhaps Abercrombie can come over. And perhaps Williams will as well. Pull Negley back. You know what? They might have over pursued. I guess we'll find out. No, we are not charging. No, nobody told you to do that. All right, you're gonna come over there, and you're gonna come over there. Because, well, I don't actually have eyes on them, but I thought I knew where they were. Longnecker. Yeah, I would not recommend doing this with cavalry, but okay. I think it's gonna hurt when they hit back. But you know why this might be the distance? Because of the not to blame them, but to kind of, you know, give appropriate credit. I think this is part of the weapons mods or the range. And I think I did this actually with the muskets. I think I cut down on the range and the power, but increased the accuracy of those shots. Of the smoothbore muskets, to be precise. Alright. Put them at the double. Generally, as cavalry, you don't want to fall back under fire because you're usually outranged. Not the case here, because, you know, it's not always the case. But that is frequently the case. Alright, so we're going to halt. We're actually going to have you guys... Oh, okay, so they didn't like that at all. Alright, we're going to fall back here with them. And, yeah, I don't think I had to fall all that way back, but we did. Alright, and then we're going to bring Longnecker over there. Sure. That artillery, yeah. Let's at least put it where we can probably use it. I have no idea what that artillery is shooting at. I mean, there's nothing exploding around me. Oh! I guess I do know what they're... I guess I forgot to... Oh, man. And Negley. I swear I recalled your skirmishers. Fog of war and all that. But hey, it worked. Alright. So they gotta come up to the Northwoods. We know that. I think the place to begin moving is probably right along this axis. Kind of roulette Muma down to D.R. Miller. And then gradually have Patterson fall back to Nicodemus and basically have them in that V. And, you know, say, come and get it. And see if they do. That's the best I can come up with here. I do want... You know what? The double line is probably good enough. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah! Alright, so it looks like they're going to come down that line. We're going to put Wingcoop in the woods. We're going to move Williams back in reserve. Everybody over here basically has to now pivot this way. And Thomas is going to hang out, probably being the last line of defense before the artillery. Now, we don't have our skirmishers, so... Well, we don't have those skirmishers, but it's not to say we don't have skirmishers. Because we do. We're about to. We just need them in position. All right. I have tried to kind of nerf my own intelligence. I feel like there's a lot of stuff I shouldn't be able to see out there, but I still can. Alright. We're still waiting for these skirms to get back to us so we can kick out some fresh ones. Alright, they got cavalry in the lead. That's good. That's where they should have their cavalry. Alright, Patterson's going over here. Keim is over here. Cadwallader's forces are mostly now going to be over here. Let's see what they do. Alright, if they're going to lead with the artillery, we'll send some folks up. Those skirmishers may well just be sacrificed to the cavalry gods. Yeah, it looks like they're going to kind of counter push with their cav there. Not entirely unexpected, but not necessarily the world's largest problem. Because if their cav is going to push up to counter skirm my infantry, then my infantry can push up and try to box in their cavalry. And their cavalry is a bigger prize to me than my skirms are to them. You know what? I don't think I like that. We'll see if we can get them to hold there. We're going to move these guys into position to support. We're not going to kick out skirms with them yet. We're not there. Abercrombie's got to be pumping those legs. Wingcoop. Wingcoop? Oh, you're not moving up. Oh. Who did I send up? If this doesn't inspire confidence, I don't know what does. And they don't... Oh, yeah, that's right. But at that range, they're not going to hit much. So they gotta kind of go up. Try their best here. This is not how you want to attack, because now you can pretty much only attack with that and with artillery, and we could probably get a good 3 or 4 brigades in here. And if they stay there much longer, I'm gonna try and see how many brigades I can get in there, and fight them piecemeal. You know, as artillery positions go, it's not terrible. This high ground is better. We can shoot through there even though there's some obstruction, and if they push up to here, we can also shoot through there. We don't need you guys over there right now. We need you more back over here. I still want to leave them a path to try to come up. I think this is the Hagerstown Turnpike. But we are moving slowly here. I believe they're shooting. Yeah, they are. Alright, we're waiting on some people to get in position. I do see a push out here. Alright, I do see a push over there. No. We don't need you getting sacrificed here. Only if there was an objective that was worth it. We're not there yet. All right, now we're there. We're gonna push you up there. We're gonna push you up. Nope, not that far up. Just gonna push you up to shoot them. We're gonna push you up to shoot them. You're gonna be the reserve, and you guys are gonna be kind of tar pit. You're just gonna have to tank it. We have some numbers to give, and we'll try to make it up on the back end. You're gonna be the reserve Williams. We gotta move. I think we gotta move all that command around again. Come on, Cadwallader. There you go. Patterson, you got to move up as well. Oh, boy. All right, Thomas, I don't know what you're doing out here, and I think we're just going to swing around. This way we can bring Thomas in. We don't have to keep Longnecker out there and all that other stuff. All right. Early has manifest now on our left. Porter's here. Shank is there. Alright. We'll try a drive up the gut. I think we're going to need Hunter to actually redeploy on the left. Sorry. Things change. Alright, so we counter push them. That's fine. Early is now isolated. We're going to move them over to there. Try to support that. They're moving up. We may push this cab as well if it continues to shoot. I know that's going to go bad for Negley. I do know that. And they are in the sunken lane. Right? We're in the right... Yeah, I think we're in the right spot for that. And at this point, what are we looking at here? Do we have any indication as to how things are going? I think we took more... Let's see. Yeah, we have. We have. Okay. So they're going to come up. Yeah, I'd rather have them there. We're gonna have you go up. We're gonna have you go up. They might rally. I don't know. All right. Abercrombie's gonna come up here. Actually thinking I want Longnecker there, and I think I actually also want Thomas on that stone wall as well. All right. Now that we've pushed them off, I think this artillery is at a great disadvantage by being way back there. So we're gonna move them over to us. Okay, Shank is... What on earth is that? Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Okay, these guys are gonna move back into the woods. They claim to be broken. No idea at all what they are doing. Looks like I sent somebody in the wrong spot. I mean, this is a problem. This is definitely a problem. Alrighty. No, I guess he was actually right. Just we need to come out further there. We cross streams, and that's always deadly, so you don't want to do that. Alright, we got to get some skirmishers out. Somebody to bounce these attackers off onto. Yes. Go out there. And, yeah, you go out there too. See. Yeah, now these guys got to turn and face them. They can stay on early. I don't think they're going to finish them off. Porter. And send out... Yeah, send out skirmishers over there. That's fine. Alright. This is, that's not quite historical. It's not what I meant. Alright, you gotta get on them, and now, yes. Yes. You're gonna move up, and we're gonna try to time where I think they're gonna end up. You're moving up there, that's fine. You're gonna move up there. Let's get you moving at the double. Alright, you guys fall back to here. Sounds like our guys who were rallying have subsequently broken and are not really anywhere to be found. Rally, maybe. Okay. We'll get some skirmishers out over there. Alright, we're going to pull back because we were just getting mixed up here between Franklin and Keys. I don't want to be that kind of mixed up. They are moving up, and now, check this one out. We're going to move into the sunken lane and then shoot down it. Yes. That is an original idea. No one else has ever come up with that idea. I laugh at my own jokes. Somebody's got to. Might as well be me. Okay. Push those skirms up. I don't know how that's gonna go. Are we getting... Alright, those are my footsteps. I wasn't sure about that. Oh, so slowly getting into position. Cadwallader's in a pretty good spot for where his troops should end up. Alright, we're gonna push them up. We're not really pushing them up, but... and they had to come up. Wing Coop is where? Yeah, bring those skirmishers back so they don't rout. Get the 2nd Division HQ back so it doesn't rout. I don't even know if it can, but... Alright, and now we're going to try to crunk them on the left. They gave up some good ground here. And I don't know if this brigade actually wants to be here. Here, we're going to push up on them, and then we're going to push up and then over with Franklin. I don't know what they are doing at all. Yeah, Wincoop, just shoot them. That's all you got to do. Alright, Porter's going to sit pretty here. Oh. Do they know Thomas? Do they know Thomas is there? They should. I can see the dust. Oh no. They're moving so slowly. Alright. Alright. So they're there. My guess is they're going to try to now shoot Wingcoop, and then Abercrombie will have to try to shoot them. Alright. So if they're up there, we're going to put them right there. I think they move faster if you just give them the attack order. But if this pulls back too far, we'll then keep swinging in on them. I really don't want to send Thomas out without reinforcements. There's potentially 2, maybe 3 brigades that could hit him if he comes out. And so rather than do that, my guess is Longneckers guys, they're only tiring. I don't know what their excuse is. They're moving like they're exhausted, but that doesn't seem like the best explanation. Alright, what do we have? We have Burnside, who I should have moved better earlier, but I didn't. Negley is back, still routing. No, panicked. Okay. Looks like we have an understrength brigade directly in front of us. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to have you shoot at them, we're going to have you shoot at them. We're going to have you continue to pursue back. And yeah, we'll push up there with Sherman. Okay, well, we're not just going to stand here and get shot, so figure something else out. I think we're gonna, I think we're gonna plan to counter push there, and counter push there, and yeah, just hopefully Thomas can hold his own on that stone wall until he gets reinforcements, or the AI cracks. I don't know. We're doing good. We're actually not doing as well as I thought we would be doing at this point. Alright. I'm going to send you back there, and it may be what they call the good old overextend, but that's what I'm going to do. Anyways, here, I actually want them firing at that so that these guys can hopefully... Yeah, sure. Do that. I don't care. Did we get routed in the woods? It looks like one of those CSA brigades is running, maybe the other one. But if they are, that could be bad, because that means we're going to counter push into that brigade, and then Thomas just has a 1v1 with some high ground and a stone wall. That's probably exactly where he would like to be, actually. Uh-oh. Keys? Alright, keys is broken. We'll have everybody try to rally. Okay, we'll push the artillery up. There. And there. Okay, I guess that's a fight they really want, so... Alright, we'll push up with them. I think we're gonna... Yeah, I think we're gonna try to get them in the back. And, yeah. Alright. It was not terrible by the AI. You know, the tactic I made the most fun of, which was kind of standing in a column battle line thing, I think they actually ended up winning the trade. I think they were able to kind of shoot through their troops. And, alright, you can try to take pot shots. Now take pot shots at me. And I'm behind a stone wall. And Longnecker is still trying to figure out how to march. Alright. Alright, we're going to shoot them. I don't know why they think they're charging. Absolutely not. But we are going to try to put more shots into them. We'll just order everyone up. And, yeah, we'll try to get them to charge that. That looks like blue running away. Is it? No, it isn't. Alright. False alarm. But when you leave artillery up for grabs, sometimes it gets grabbed. Burnside, newly arrived. Oh, and we got them. Alright, you're going to move over there. And now, Thomas is going to try to engage. Wing Coop, I don't think they're going to make it in time, but it's fine. Oh, okay, we got 34 ticks of the top. Ticks of the talk, ticks of the clock, tick-tock on the clock, I don't know. Got that left, and then, yeah, this rather lengthy first video will be done here. Alright, so we broke... Did we break one of those brigades? No, I think it was just Evans that broke before. And, okay. I guess they're just gonna run, like, ring around the rosy with each other and all that stuff. Alright. And Sherman's there. I feel like Sherman was in the fight and pressing them throughout and took one casualty, so I'm not sure. They must have had their bulletproof vests on. Which I didn't actually realize was a Oh no, we went unstable. Was apparently a thing, just not widely used because it was incredibly heavy and a lot more to carry. All right, so Williams broke in the kind of counter charge. All right, let's just run the clock out. I don't see other good targets to go for. And yeah, so this is how. All right, I mean we did okay. I think in these, and I know it's 60,000 man engagement, but it's kind of a smaller engagement. I think the AI holds its own better. When it comes to core and army, multiple core on both sides, I think the AI has a coordination issue. Because then you're kind of playing at least half of that. I mean, right there, we were playing a very small chunk of it. Historical, but a very small chunk of it. And I don't know that the AI is kind of better at reacting to local things, but some of the, it's not strategic, but some of the just the bigger map considerations, I don't know it always does better at. All right, look at killed, because those are the ones that don't come back. So we took 638. So we took more killed than they did. We got 934. We got the prison camps farm, so they also won't be coming back. And the rest are wounded. And we got rifles, guns. All right. I mean, it's fine. It's a little weird that 934 were captured, but 817 went to prison camps. Like, what happened to the other ones? Congress is going to investigate. All right. Anyways, let's end things here before I hop on out of here. Let's just end in the right stance, because again, we're trying to get that readiness back. And it was an early gambit. I think without a doubt, if those two armies showed up at the same time, that would have been a much tougher battle. Patterson is not historically like that bad, so we'll give him some intelligence gathering and some movement speed, which is one of those other things I like. And yeah, that's going to be it for episode 1. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope to have you back for the next one and the rest of the campaign.